Hello, Miss Ladies. Today with Auntie Lissy, we're going to read Moose's Loose Tooth. Look, you can even see it on the cover how loose it is. Oh my goodness. It's ready to fall out. All right. Moose walked into a tree and bumped his tooth. Ouch, he cried. These big teeth of mine are always getting in the way. He felt his tooth with his tongue. My tooth is loose, he said. It's wibbly wobbly tooth. When it falls out, I can put it under my pillow for the tooth fairy. I'll bet she's never seen a moose's tooth before. I wonder if she has. I don't know. A tooth that's like as big as her head. Several days passed, and Moose's tooth was still wibbly wobbly. He was tired of waiting for it to fall out. There he's trying to get it out on a post, and he's shaking his head back and forth like crazy, trying to get it to go out. And there he's just done. He's over it. Wants that tooth out. Just then, Bird came by. Tooth trouble, eh? Asked Bird. Let me help. Bird grabbed onto Moose's tooth with his beak. He pulled it with all of his might, but that tooth just held on tight. Stubborn tooth, said Bird. Just then, Tiger came by. Tooth trouble, eh? Asked Tiger. Let me help. Tiger pulled Bird. Bird pulled the tooth, the wibbly wobbly tooth. They pulled with all their might, but that tooth just held tight. Stubborn tooth, said Tiger. Just then, Zebra came by. Tooth trouble, eh? Said Zebra. Let me help. Zebra pulled Tiger. Tiger pulled Bird. Bird pulled the tooth, the wibbly wobbly tooth. They pulled it with all their might, but the tooth just held tight. Stubborn tooth, said Zebra. Oh my gosh, how many animals does this take? Just then, Giraffe came by. Tooth trouble, eh? Asked Giraffe. Let me help. Giraffe pulled Zebra. Zebra pulled Tiger. Tiger pulled Bird. Bird pulled the tooth, the wibbly wobbly tooth. They pulled with all their might, but the tooth just held tight. Stubborn tooth, said Giraffe. Holy cow. Just then, Elephant came by. Tooth trouble, eh? Asked Elephant. Let me help. Elephant pulled Giraffe. Giraffe pulled Zebra. Zebra pulled Tiger. Tiger pulled Bird. Bird pulled the tooth, the wibbly wobbly tooth. Oh my goodness gracious. They pulled with all their might, and finally that tooth took flight. It flew past Bird. It flew past Tiger. It flew past Zebra. It flew past Giraffe. And it flew right into Elephant's mouth. Gulp. Uh-oh. You see it going in there. I wouldn't want to swallow somebody else's tooth. Now what do we do? Asked Moose. Moose looked at Bird. Bird looked at Tiger. Tiger looked at Zebra. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Zebra looked at Giraffe. Giraffe looked at Elephant. You can have one of my tusks, said Elephant. No, thank you, said Moose. The tooth fairy wants to see a moose's tooth. You're coming with me, Elephant. Uh-oh, what's his plan? So Moose, with a little help from Bird, Tiger, Zebra, and Giraffe, picked up Elephant and carried him to Moose's bed. You're sleeping here tonight, said Moose as he shoved Elephant under his pillow. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how big his pillow is if an elephant can fit under it? Oh my goodness. The next morning, after a bumpy night's sleep, Moose woke up. He lifted his pillow and found Elephant still sound asleep. Wake up, Elephant, said Moose. We need to see if the tooth fairy came. The elephant moved out from underneath the pillow where he had slept. Were 5 shiny quarters, one for Moose, one for Bird, one for tiger, one for zebra, and one for giraffe. Does an elephant get one? Where's my quarter? Asked Elephant. Did the Tooth Fairy forget me? Moose and Elephant lifted the pillow once again. Dear Elephant, thanks for guarding Moose's tooth. Super job. Love, the Tooth Fairy. Look, there's a note. And another quarter. Attached to the bottom of the note was a shiny silver dollar. Elephant looked wide-eyed at Moose. Moose looked wide-eyed at Elephant. Wow, so that's what happened when the Tooth Fairy visits, said Moose. I think I have a loose tusk, said Elephant. And together they went to find Bird. All right. Well, that was story time with Auntie Lissy. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time you want to have a story time with me.